Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee.
You have to wonder, are you able to get a damn fine cup of coffee here at 6 Scale Cantina? And I say, are you kidding me? Come on. It's the Aries Terrington Show live, a little bit of an offbeat and off-key and off-kilter Aries Terrington Show live. Because I'm not only one-on-one, I'm one-on-two. I'm not only one-on-one and one-on-two, I am one-on-three. And you have to wonder if the Toys Wizard interrupts this freaking program. Are we going to be one-on-one and one-on-two and one-on-three and one-on-four? And I say, yes.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Up top with the vanilla fraps and bottom with the mocha laca chocolates. Let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aries Terrington Show. In case you don't know who I am the Dark Jedi Aries Terrington, and I'll be serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk and Wizard Juice talk and coffee talk and life news and life talk and I don't know, maybe pillow talk. I don't know. But listen, I got to introduce my first guest, Riley from Riley's Reviews. Riley, good to have you here in the Cantina for the first time, baby.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here, Aries. Thank you for the invite. It's going to be a lot of fun with these guys here. I'm gracious for the invite. We're going to have a good time. Let's go.
Well, I hope you like Star Wars, Riley, because we're going to talk quite a lot about it.
Oh,
no!
Well, I don't like it that much. I don't like Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, what's in your background? I just see a bunch of cigars.
Nah, that Coruscant window in his back. You know, nobody likes that.
No one likes that.
Yeah. And look at this. We got well, you know what? I got a super chat in there. I'm going to go ahead and get to it and say hi to everybody in here. Is it possible that we got that super chat even before we went live? And that is incredible. And I say yes. But look who we got in here. Easy Company Collectibles.
Hello, everybody. I almost didn't make it. I might have to cut it short for myself here, but thank you for having me on. Regardless, Aries.
I was gonna say, for those who don't understand what's happening right now, this is a very rare sighting of this guy right here. Where is he? This way.
Yeah. Or is it like I got a point? Yeah, right there.
Very,
right there.
Very rare. This is a very special time right now. For those who don't understand.
Well, it's always good to have your special Easy in the house. And look, I kind of threw this out last minute because, you know, it has been just one of those weeks, and everyone in here is my friend, so they know that. But look, man, we're live. It's the Aries Terrington Show. Off kilter one, Easy in the house. But last but not least, there's Disneyland. There's Disney World, and then there's now Fabio World. What's going on, baby?
What's up, Aries? Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody. Going to be an exciting show today.
Yeah,
it's going to take his pants off.
Did you just say you need some buttermilk? What was that?
I am out of my buttermilk beer.
No.
He's got some for you.
And listen, as I put this up on here, and look, we can still see your faces. I'm going to put this super chat up on here from Seth. My man, Seth, what a great supporter to the channel. I still got to do I got so many unboxings to do. First one on the list, first and foremost, is that DX07 coming this week. Come on. And Seth in here, my man, says, hey, Aries, playing Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, no kidding. How is that game? Because is it possible I don't have it yet? And I say no. Yes, I don't have it yet, whatever the right answer is. I think I need a little bit more of this, baby. Who's that guy on the picture?
I don't have it.
Yes, no, I don't think I will.
Yeah.
I mean, Battlefront. I could play that game forever. It's kind of like Space Invaders.
Jedi
Yeah.
Fallen Order was such a good game. And it's funny because we haven't gotten many good Star Wars games. Battlefront was up and down, but Jedi Fallen Order has some definite good characters if they wanted to make a video game masterline with that.
Right.
Dude, do you think we'll ever get a I love Battlefront. You're going to get a Battlefront 3? What do you guys think?
Yes, but not from EA.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're done with Battlefront. Yeah.
So
I'm
who would
glad.
do it? Would it be another like license pick it up? Maybe Activision.
BioWare.
BioWare. There we go, baby. Oh yeah, they've got some really, really good games.
Yeah.
I love Battlefront. I think they could improve upon it.
They should have came out with the Clone Wars era at release. There was a lot of hype for that, and it took a while to get to it, and it just died off. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, clones." So,
Yeah.
and then they started with microtransactions. But I love that Hot Toys did pick up a few video game pieces from them. Shock Troopers. What was another one? Jump Trooper.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was cool.
Well, and continuing with that, Seth says if Hot Toys ever did a line for this game, the Purge Trooper by far would be one of the most badass figures they've ever made. That and a second sister. Look, I mean, Black Series Hasbro. Thank you so much, Seth. Always appreciated for the $10 drop. We'll get to say hi to everybody as we go over here. But yeah, I think those figures would be. I wouldn't rule it out. But I also wouldn't rule out a Purge Trooper, guys, and a second sister in the upcoming Obi-Wan series to come out with that. It wouldn't surprise me either if they came out with a video game version. I mean, those figures, they have the sales data on it. Gosh, I don't even know if they reissued yet the Purge Trooper through Black Series, but I remember a year ago, and I don't know if any of you know, that freaking figure was like going for like $150, $200 on eBay to get a freaking Purge Trooper.
Wow.
I don't know, but man, I could see Hot
Black
Toys doing
Series?
that. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
A little brick of plastic.
dude. Some of those go for like astronomical.
Yeah,
prices,
I have
you know?
one of my most prized ones. It's funny though. I make fun of Black Series. That's where I started. But I have the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back Luke holographic, Kenner back on it from a Star Wars Celebration, and that thing is going for like 300 or so bucks. I had 4 of them, but I gave 2 away, and I have 2, so that's
Crazy.
pretty cool. Pretty cool
Yeah,
flag.
well, freaking,
Have
I
to
know
away.
it.
What?
Yeah, I know.
No, but I mean, they really cash in on this stuff. Maybe somebody in the chat let me know. Did they reissue the Purge Trooper and that came down, or it was going for so high? Anybody know that in the Black Series? Of course, you know my story. I kind of got out of that real quick, fast in a hurry. Dutch has a plan with the $5 drop. Says, "Good evening, guys. That Hot Toys, it looks amazing. He doesn't fit in my collection, but I want him badly. Please bring out Tim Curry's in Hot Toys." All right.
That's a cool name. Dutch has a plan. It's like Dante has a plan too, but it never worked.
Wow. I'm sure Dante hears this.
They have a plan.
Is it possible?
You have to
I don't think
wonder.
so.
You have to wonder. Well, he does have a segment every Friday night that we're on, mostly on his shows, that Dear Howard, and he has a plan for Dear Howard, and maybe this. What is this with Tim? So who wants to answer this super chat? Easy, Fabio, Riley, go.
Well, he's talking about. I'm assuming he's talking about the Pennywise. So Tim Curry, if he does if Hot Toys decides to do the first Pennywise from the very first It movie, I think it'll be a hot figure. I don't think anybody expected this Pennywise from It 2 to be such an amazing figure. So if they decide to do Tim Curry's one, I feel like it's going to sell out so quickly because now you're going to have people who missed out on this one because they're like, oh, I don't want it. They'll come out with the first one, and then they're really going to want it. And the second one's going to be $500 and up at that point. So that's I was actually thinking about it. If they come out with that one, forget it, because this one's the price is going to shoot right through the roof. Absolutely,
Right.
Without question, it's rare. Dutch has a plan. That plan to send me a $5 super chat really strikes my heart, baby. Thank you, man. Yeah, but I don't know. I think we can't go wrong with any trooper that they release for Star Wars Hot Toys. They can do it all day long, and you have to wonder when he was talking about that before that super chat about the Purge trooper. Wow, that opens the door, I think, for the airborne trooper, if I'm connecting my troopers correctly on the different molds and what they look like. Wow. And I know that they actually teased at the Purge trooper before, guys, but that was during the dark times, before the Empire, in a more, civilized, uncivilized age or whatever the heck it was. Dude, they're going to come out with so many troopers this year. Did you guys see my last couple of shows where, and again, welcome to the Aries Terrington Show here. We just kind of shoot the crap on this show. It's like the Joe Rogan show, except I'm not as good as Joe Rogan, but, hey.
There's no
Hot Boys
marijuana.
Wizard might come in. there's no marijuana. But listen, there's lots of coffee beans, baby. There's lots of
That's true.
Caffeine is a stimulant, so it's a drug. We're good.
Thing.
Yeah, and I got this as well here, Fabio. Look, I know you
What flavor?
Drake stick.
Strawberry?
Whoa there.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is strawberry, dude. Yeah.
I
Yep.
love
That like back in the day when we
Strawberry
used to
wizard powder. There it is.
Yeah, the strawberry ones are very absorbent. They suck up a lot.
Fabio.
Well, listen, with 63 in here, before we were talking about succulent strawberry, they suck up a lot. What the heck were we just talking about? I forgot.
I keep thinking lightsabers are going off behind Riley. I'm like, ooh, hello there. And never mind. That's just hard to do.
You have to wonder.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. So, did you guys see my last couple of shows? Like, we were talking about like these troopers, and I actually put this like new graph on a new section at 6scalecantina.com. I mean, I'm going to flash this on the screen. If none of you subscribe or have bookmarked, hopefully easy, you have 6scalecantina.com bookmark, baby. I hope you do.
Yes.
You have a bookmark, my man. And
Yes.
look at this section here. You know what's really interesting? We're talking about, are they going to come out with troopers? There's 26 pre-orders already for 1/6 Marvel figures right now. 26. And there's actually 3. There's like 1, 2, 3. Like 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1/6 for Star Wars. That's it. That's it for 2023. They got nothing else, baby. It's a real interesting little stat here. I showed how there's like 19 Star Wars figures in stock versus 49. There's 30 more Marvel. And then when you talk about total stock and pre-order, just 1/6 now, not quarter, guys. 56 Star Wars, 106 Marvel, a 50 figure swing. Wow. But really, when you look at this one right here, dude, 3 versus 26, guys, that's a
low number, man.
That's a big gap. It's a big gap.
Yeah, you guys have to wonder if actually, how like we kind of always think about, and I don't know what you guys think. Well, if they come out with a Star Wars announcement, they gotta have an equal or above Marvel or DC. I don't know, dude. I mean, I think if they do that, you might have 50 pre-orders for Marvel. It may. Do you guys think it could be a little Star Wars heavy this year to fill that up? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's bound to happen with all these Disney shows. I think they're gonna start building up the pre-orders, and it's gonna be coming in hot. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're gonna. I mean, we're 100% gonna get a lot of stuff, but nowhere near what Marvel's has out right now. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, they couldn't. They couldn't match this. It would almost be ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I think it'll outweigh though what maybe we get for. I don't know. Do you think Marvel will double that? Do you think they'll come out with equal quarter, Fabio?
Well, there's a lot of stuff, coming from them as well. So you got, Shang-Chi, you got him in the Wenwu, you have you got all the what's her name, the Harley Quinn's coming out. You got from the Birds of Prey. You got, there's a lot of stuff coming out still, that we don't even talk about. So yeah, Marvel's going to keep going. Marvel's just going to keep going, and like I said, Star Wars will give us stuff, but nowhere near close to what Marvel's coming out with at all.
Yeah, easy. You got any thoughts on this, baby? It's kind
I
of
think
crazy.
I think it's gonna be loaded. I think because we have a lot of Book of Boba Fett characters we're not yet getting. We have a lot of even Mando characters, and then Obi-Wan's coming. So and then on top of that, we have all these lineups from old trilogy, prequel era, and then like we were talking about video games now. So where are we heading? I think it's gonna, like Fabio said, though, it's not gonna come close to Marvel's releases, but I do feel they're gonna be coming out with some key characters that people want and people need to see. Things like the short lady who bangs Jawas, probably not. Or Frog Lake, or the frog.
Dated. Make sure you get your look. You got to make sure you get it right. She said she dated a Jawa.
but also
maybe they shared a buttermilk.
But they're hairy little buggers. Okay, yeah, they shared milk.
But think about this too. So Easy mentioned Boba Fett. So now, Easy, how many figures from the show do you think we're actually going to get realistically? And then that same thought process, pass it on to the Obi-Wan show. It'll never be 20 figures from each show to catch up to, you know what I mean?
Max like 3.
Exactly.
Chrysanthemum, Cad Bane, Cobb Vanth.
Exactly.
Then from Obi-Wan show, maybe 2 figures, Obi-Wan and an Anakin reissue.
Right, that's the thing. So we don't for Star Wars, they don't make as much as Marvel anyway. You know what I mean? Just in general. So I don't think, I don't think so.
Well, yeah, it just depends how hyped the shows are, though, too. Because I mean, Mando, we've had like how many announcements? So, and that was just such a hit show. I think that's why they made so many. So maybe if Obi-Wan Kenobi does the same thing, they can just pump up a bunch of announcements. So yeah, it just depends.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about it, and maybe you guys are right. I get the feeling though, and I don't know. I've been thinking about this. I know that some companies I deal with, some are actually back from the Chinese New Year. There's still some that are celebrating it, not fully back until March 1st, the very last week in February. Now I know we got the quarter scale Mandalorian from the Book of Boba Fett release from that during the Chinese New Year time here, and also the Doc Ock, but really nothing else. And I think that maybe some of the companies that Hot Toys associates with, works with, or them in general, maybe as a whole, I just feel like we're gonna get bombarded. I actually have a gut feeling it'll be more than 3 figures from the Book of Boba Fett. I just here's an interesting statistic I'll bring up to you guys, which I was blown away by. And my daughters and my family members are going nuts. They thought that the chapter 7 of the Book of Boba Fett was the freaking bomb. The freaking my daughters can't stop talking about the Rancor monster and how crazy that was. And the action, it was pretty darn action packed. It was up 36 freaking percent. 36% ratings wise than the last episode of the Mandalorian season 2. And you have to wonder how much Grogu mania and Mando mania there is out there. And you were mentioning Cobb Vanth. They have him in the back to tank. He's going to join the fray. Looks like they got the gang all together. They're putting up a whole G.I. Joe A-team, whatever, with Boba Fett, Fennec, Chrysanthemum, and freaking Cobb Vanth, Mandalorian. Man, I don't know, dudes. I think we're gonna get like I really think we're gonna get Chrysanthemum. I think we're gonna get that Cad Bane for sure. We're gonna get a Boba Fett like that quarter scale. Do you guys think we'll get Amanda? because we were talking about that. You know, bringing up this graph here, and it's like when you look at Marvel, the over 20 Spider-Mans, over 20 freaking Iron Mans, and the Mandalorian right now, it's like freaking people went insane. They went berserk over seeing the Mandalorian. I don't know, man. Do you guys think he's the next Iron Man or the next Spider-Man? Do you think Boba Fett's the next Spider-Man, the next Iron Man? I mean,
well, Mandalorian right now is like the Iron Man for Star Wars because he's bringing them back to life. But they, unless they're going to show you like different suits or anything like that, they can't keep repeating the same figure all the time. They have to change something. Like we just got that chrome one, with the head sculpt and all that stuff.
yeah.
Where do you go from that? You know what I mean? Like you have to give the people something different, something completely different, because now you have 3 Mandos at least. You got the original, you got the second one, you got the third one, and then you got the chrome. So that's 4.
Yeah, I kind of agree because I feel like feel like Iron Man has a lot of different suits, and I don't feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, that Mando has that many variations, or does he yet? That I'm not thinking.
Well, that's the thing. So if anything, if they for whatever reason they tweak the suit for the 3rd season, or whatever, they have to change it up. They can't just keep giving you the same exact suit, in a new figure it won't work. But they'll give you 2.0s of something by adding, whether it's changing the head sculpt or different accessories. They could give you an exclusive accessory in there, something random. So they have to give us something different. But I don't think they're gonna keep giving us Mandalorian. They will. You better believe they will. But I don't think as much as they did in the beginning, because now you got the main outfits. The best one right now is the chrome with the head sculpt. Boom. Where do you go from there? Unless something different comes on the show, and then they're able to give you something different. But as of right now, we shouldn't expect any more Mandalorians because there's no reason to expect anymore.
Yeah, that's a really good point. With that, and reading this up from 6 Scale Mafia, my man Anthony just wrapped up another episode with Desi Metamorphic Customs premiering tonight. That's awesome. Cannot wait to see that. Half of the panel has been on. Is Easy next? You have to wonder, Easy. He did actually say you have to wonder. I just came up with that myself, but he had it in his super chat. And I say he has a bunch of asterisks. What does that interpret to? Easy,
Cursed words.
Really? I didn't know that.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
I think he spelled Nahhh.
Nah. It's just like the collector said. It's a podcast for OnlyFans. You have to join my subscription.
There you go.
That's how you get in.
And Easy, I'm wondering, what do you think about this?
Right, sons, everyone. This is an emergency interruption from the Hot Toys Wizard. As you clearly see, I've taken the form of Mario, aka El Profesoro, and you have to wonder, have I given Aries even more in-depth intel of Star Wars Hot Toys that are going to blow your socks off in the year 2022? I say yes. So Mario, this is the Hot Toys Wizard, and you're watching 6 Scale Cantina. We're here sitting on the planet Tatooine, a Black Spire outpost in front of the Falcon, just sipping on the Tatooine sunset, hoping I don't spill it. Right, sons, everyone.
Where the hell was
Dude.
This guy is at Galaxy's Edge.
Wow.
The wizard got to Mario. The wizard
traveling-
got the
he's
likeness of El Profesoro.
During his Disney trip. Wow.
He got his beard so good too.
Yeah.
And he had a drink in his head, and you have to wonder, was that buttermilk, like beer, or like some kind of new mix?
That color looked like a Long Island iced tea to me. I don't know.
It was a different
wonder.
color.
Bunch of call outs over here, and El Profesoro himself in the house. Mario,
Whoa.
I don't remember that. What was in that drink, dude?
What happened, man?
Not sure if that's the wizard or the drink.
So you have to wonder, Mario. Let us know in the chat. Did you have any of the difficulties that Fabio and EZ experienced?
What if the wizard pulled the Bill Cosby on him and got him drunk?
Can you get drunk off of? I guess you can. Like how much? What proof is that buttermilk beer? EZ. What the heck is it?
Negative 15.
Zero proof. But no. It's all in the magic.
It's all in the
Yes.
Big Dog Pound going
The
nuts
magic.
over that. Max's Geekdom loved it. The woohoo. Oh my goodness gracious. Big Dog Pound. And everyone recognizing here. Hey, Professoro, 808 Michigan Jedi in the house. I want to go there. Galaxy's Edge so badly. So do I, man. I haven't been there yet. I
Where is
want to
it?
go.
Orlando.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm going to actually I'm going to Collecticon. So if you guys are going to be there in Orlando, going to Collecticon this weekend, maybe
You're
I
going to
could hug someone
Collecticon this weekend.
this
bring
weekend.
a Sharpie for the autographs, please.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
all my stuff.
Will the wizard be there?
Huh?
Will the wizard be there? Maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, so many comments in there for El Profesoro. And listen, if you're not subscribed to El Profesoro, Mario's new channel, Solo on His Own, you absolutely want to go ahead and subscribe to Mario's new channel, El Profesoro. Go ahead and put it in there. It's in the video description below. You could also just type it into YouTube. Subscribe to this guy. He's awesome, has an awesome vibe. And look, I'll be drinking to you, Mario, hoping that you don't have some of the ill effects. But, if you take some of this wizard sugar that TK FOMO always talks about, I think you'll be surprised at the how you feel after the Hot Toys Wizard takes over your likeness. Come on. And yes, 808 says, thought there were two, one in Florida and California. I think there's one in California.
Yeah, there's one in Los
There is?
Angeles. Yeah.
And you have to wonder if there's one here at 6 Scale Camp. Well, look, 6 Scale Cantina we're on Tatooine, baby. So,
Yeah.
everything's
It's the real deal.
It's the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really good about Star Wars, whichever ways it goes. It's real interesting numbers, though, right? To see that there's actually 3 pre-orders for freaking 2023. So I feel like anything that they announce is probably going to have a 2023 release dates. They're going to have to fill up all the quarters, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Do any of you guys think, though, that they'll come out with any figures this year, like the armor that would still get released like this year, like maybe an R2 to go with the finale scene, or maybe even that Clone Wars Obi-Wan? Do you see anything like the armor this year for Star Wars that could be like, oh, here's a COD exclusive. It'll be out in a month.
Cobb Vanth.
Absolutely. Yeah, they'll release something. I don't know what they would do, but if the way that the armor worked for them, which did very well, absolutely.
That's a good idea. Yeah, Cobb
Cobb Vanth because of all the armor,
the
Just
easy
slap it on.
one. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I think that'll be another Mandalorian season 2 release, right? Because he'll have he didn't have the Boba Fett armor in Book of Boba Fett. So he'll have the it'll probably be dubbed another Mandalorian season 2 release. You guys I think you brought that up, Riley's reviews. There was just a ton of freaking Mandalorian season 2 releases.
Yep.
I think you're going to get another one right here, baby. This one we're talking about.
Give it to us.
Please.
Come on.
I think they haven't released it because they're working on the head sculpt. I feel like they're not going to give us this without the head sculpt. It would be a waste of a figure to not get the head sculpt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This without a head sculpt will get a lot of people mad.
Yep.
Get a lot
I don't think I'd buy it. I think I'd pass without the head sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you'd buy it, but I'm saying
You know what though? I kind of agree with you, Riley. Fabio, I think I'd pass on this one personally.
No way. There's no.
Mm-mm.
Dude, it's not
There's
head
no way
sculpt
these
because
guys
it
are
looks
gonna
too much
pass.
like Boba Fett on the
No,
Atkins
you
diet.
You could say that now, but the moment this releases, you're gonna be like, shit, I gotta get this right now.
Even though it's what you see, they're gonna label it Cobb Vanth, and you're gonna get your panties and you're just gonna go after it. I mean, it's Cobb Vanth.
And remember, the whole point of this is, for example, let's just say that you have all of them. Do you know how sick this is going to look being displayed with Mando, Boba? Ridiculous. This is a must. At least for me. I have to get this. Head sculpt or not, I'm getting it. But hopefully with the head sculpt is better.
I think the head sculpt will have to be there because I feel like they would have dropped it already.
Exactly.
Yeah, they would have dropped it by now.
That's why when they teased it because they already had all the Boba Fett stuff ready. So this is nothing for them to put on a body and obviously a shirt and pants. So it's not. They didn't really go out of their way to make this. Besides, obviously, do the weathering on it. But which is why they haven't displayed the head. I feel like they were working on the head. They put this out to get everybody hyped over it, but they haven't announced it because they're waiting on the head. Guaranteed.
Right.
Licensing approval awaiting.
Listen, while we're talking about this, you have to wonder, is there anybody here at the Cantina, here on Planet Tatooine, in my Cantina, the Dark Jedi's Cantina, that dares, that has the courage, that has no FOMO of sitting at this table 66?
Good, Anakin, good.
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 Oh, that's just so good. It's so good. What do you guys think the chances are? I'm going to ask it this way. What do you think the chances are that we're not going to see anything about the Emperor in the upcoming Obi-Wan series, which debuts May 25th, baby? Man, okay, let's sing a song anyway. But I feel like we need that little bouncing ball, like maybe I'll try and get one of those.
Yeah, get Max Rebo. Come on, get the whole band.
Dude, he's not dead. I watched it again because remember that freaking thing blew up, and one of the figurine Dans like probably died. I'm like, oh man, and I was like, wait, Max Rebo's dead. But I looked back on the scene, and I didn't see Max. Did any of you see Max Rebo? Max was not in there.
Nope, he wasn't there. He took the day off.
Yeah, was he on a coffee break or something, or where the heck was he?
Yeah, you have to wonder.
The whole freaking show, the Book of Boba Fett, he was in there every single time. But when they blow it up, the elephant was gone.
I didn't see him. I'm gonna miss that chick though.
Oh,
we definitely saw her die. Yeah, she was gone.
She's a maniac, maniac on the floor.
She was so pretty. Fabio.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's crazy, but no, Max is not dead. How did we even get into frickin' Max? Because we're talking about this guy right here, Cobb Vanth. Yeah, I say this is coming. It wouldn't shock me if this comes. I mean, this has to come quick. I mean, but you're thinking easy. Did you say that you'd see this as like an armor, like something we don't gotta wait till 2023?
I would.
Well, if it comes out with the head, it's not going to be that.
Oh yeah. There's going to be some production time in that.
Right.
But
if it's just like this, absolutely. If it has the head, it's not going to be that.
Yeah, more than likely it won't, because a lot of people, like we're saying, we need some head, and we have to. Like, a lot of people are going to be fighting over this thing, so Hot Toys is not going to do that. So if we do see this come without a head sculpt, I see it coming as a short hit and run, just like the Armorer was. So, like Fabio said, I'll get both. I mean, it's Cobb Vanth.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Let alone,
there's no way they miss out on the head sculpt. I think they have to do it. Like, it can't be like an Axe Woves, because like that's like some people can let it slide, but like this character, we've seen his face so many times, and everyone wants it. I think they got to do it. 100%.
And he's got to get some type, now that he's being brought back to life or being fixed. I feel like he's going to get some type of armor as well, and then there's your 2.0. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the man of hot collectibles is in the house. Hi, saying too much buttermilk. LMAO. And Dante, look, I know you were working late. I think you work on freaking, Planet Mustafar really late on Wednesdays. But I did send you a link, baby. So if you want to jump on it, even if it's from your phone, it'll kind of have like that whole like Mustafar, like, yes, I'm calling in.
He can't do it through his phone. He has a flip phone. Sorry.
Does he have a flip phone? Talking about retcon. Oh my goodness. I think a lot of retcon is going to happen. Yeah. So listen, how many of you guys are like excited about the Obi-Wan series? I'm so excited. I actually got a couple of my daughters finally finished the finale of the book of Boba Fett the other day. And then we all just watched it again. We're watching freaking chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7. It was pretty freaking awesome. And Fabio, to your point, they had like a million things that they left open on cliffhangers. Looks like Boba Fett said, okay, well, you know what? I don't know if I'm cut out for this anymore. Then you got freaking Cobb Vanth and his back to tech. I don't know what that all means, but it looks like they're all going to freaking join, just like they did in the Mandalorian season 2, which they did again the last show here. They're all going to be like one gang or something like that kind of helps each other out.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about it.
I think also what's going to happen is you're going to get the Mandalorian season 3, and what's going to happen is you're going to have the show, and I think what they're going to do is try to plug in from Boba Fett a little bit at the end of that to give us Boba Fett season 2. So you're going to see some characters from Boba Fett, the show, on the Mandalorian towards the end, or even like they did with the chapter, what is it, 5 and 6? They'll mix in some storyline in there to lead into the next series of whatever it's going to be. So I feel like that's going to be their little thing that they're going to be doing with the shows.
Yeah, somehow Cobb Vanth comes out. He's getting all with the crew, and his first line goes, "Somehow I'm back."
There you go.
Damn.
With this microwave stomach.
Yeah.
Listen, with 91 in here on the Aries Terrington Show on a Wednesday evening, make sure you smash that like button, baby. And listen, if you're watching this for the first time, just hit the subscribe button. Much appreciate your support. And then you'll be notified with 95 in here now of when we're going to go live. And is it possible that I got Easy Company Collectibles and FabsFigures and Riley's Reviews, the links to their channel within the video description below, and at 6scalecantina.com, the resources and links tab? I say yes. Subscribe to these guys as well. Come on. Looking dapper there, Easy. I love the camera moves. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'm real excited about it. And I'm real excited about the prospect. I'll pull this image up. And I got a bunch of images, but just to kind of set the set the table, the prospect of this right here. Freaking Darksaber, Tar Vizsla. And there's a new rumor going around. And it's from the same sources that really predicted a lot what was going to happen with Grogu and Luke in the book of Boba Fett. That this does pick right up, like Fabio said, Riley, right where the book of Boba Fett ends. And you get a lot of Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka and Grogu in the Mandalorian season 3. And that actually, one of the rumors is I don't think that we know exactly what Grogu chose. I think he chose both. He wanted the Yoda's. I wouldn't be surprised if he has Yoda's lightsaber, to be quite honest with you. Just like he had the eggs. Okay? Like he kept taking the frog eggs. He wants what he wants. He most certainly wanted that vest. So there's no way he's not going to take the vest from his father there, his surrogate father. But he's certainly going to take the lightsaber as well. But one of the strong rumors is that Mando seeks Luke out to help figure out what the Darksaber origins are and how to use it more properly. And in doing so, Luke discovers that Mando has force sensitivity. That's some of the rumors. What do you think about that?
I think that would be insane if they did that. I mean, that's just opening up a whole new world of possibilities because having him as force sensitive, it would be a game changer. I don't know who'd be able to touch him if he has Beskar and he's force sensitive and he has a dark saber. But it, even if they weren't to do that, I can also see possibly Grogu becoming like because they talk in the stories that Tar Vizsla was like the first one to become a Mandalorian Jedi. So maybe we can see that with Grogu. And at the end, very end of the Mandalorian, we think that Din is the main character, but possibly it was Grogu all along, and he could be the one who, you know, wields the darksaber at the end and becomes a Jedi. Something like that.
You know,
Ooh,
I heard
chills.
isn't that chilling easy? Because I heard like I heard that rumor that Riley's talking about on top of that as well. And it's about actually Grogu being a little bit of a twist there. Boy, that would tie in great for post sequels. Is that if you have on the throne of Mandalore a Jedi that is also a Mandalorian and Grogu, and he's able to be like a young, dapper, swift talking, I don't know, badass. And you know, it's kind of like, well, dude, that would freaking change Star Wars big time. To have like Yoda 2.0, that's also a freaking Mando. I don't know. What do you think of that? I mean, that'd be a weird twist.
He'll be a walking bucket.
Donk, donk. Dude. I mean, I don't know. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, man. I would love to see Mando be. I mean, it's against the whole storyline, but it'd be pretty cool. But then they'd have to really work in there for me to agree. Oh, Mando's a Jedi, or whatever call it at that point. They already gave him a saber. They already gave him the ability, you know, to block stuff because, well, of his armor. All I do is give him some powers and find out he's force sensitive. That was pretty cool. Like that is right there. That's sick. And they already talk about remarks about, you know, first Mandalorian and Jedi and all that stuff. Are they giving us hints? Is it possible? I don't know.
Well, you know, you kind of broke up a little bit there, but at the end, I heard you say, "Is it possible?"
A little bit. He didn't speak.
So you said, "Is it possible?" And I think that sums it all up. We'll go right back to you, Easy, as that connection clears up.
Oh man!
But there you go.
Easy 3PO.
I think you're back there, Easy now.
Look on your tower real quick, and there's a slot there where you could put buttermilk in. It'll fit.
Oh, there you go.
I think my whole area has been like this lately. I think it's just my whole area. There's nothing I can do. It's Empire is coming after me.
Well, we'll get right back to you there, man. It's clearing up a little bit. I don't know, Fabio. I mean, I kind of like it. I mean, I think it'd be interesting if they went that way with Grogu and he winds up being the Mandalorian. What about if they both wind up being Jedi Mandalorian? If there's like a whole new clan that's established with Tar Vizsla, because one of the part of the rumors is I was sharing with you guys and started off here with Riley and then went to EZ was that the Mandalorian is Luke is going to help the Mandalorian, you know, uncover he's going to be able to give him a whole education on this Darksaber and on Tar Vizsla. But then there's supposed to be where they actually team up for a while in season 3, him and Luke, for some type of threat or some type of thing. And actually Grogu is with Ahsoka for a little bit. If that rumor is even halfway true, that's a lot of interesting things right there. And now you've already just tied in Ahsoka for the upcoming Ahsoka series right in October, November, December here with this whole freaking Mando-verse.
I think, you know what I think is going to happen? I think that, so number one, there's going to be a crazy twist at some point that nobody's going to expect. You know what I mean? It's going to be something you'll be like, what the hell was that? And again, it's not going to happen anytime soon because I feel like they're building, like I said before, I feel like they're building into a movie. So it's going to be a slow progression to what's going to happen, like what's going to be like the big shock for everybody. But at this moment, everything that's happening, very, very slow. That's why I think Boba Fett didn't do or wasn't liked as much because it was a slow show. People expected all this stuff to just start happening after the guy just came come out of a hole. You know what I mean? So I don't think anything's going to happen. Anything drastic is going to happen too quickly. And I feel like anything that's going to be big is going to be down the line, 100%.
Yeah, I could see it going that way. And in all seriousness, the Man of Hot Collectible says his AOL internet connection sucks. Maybe someone picked up the phone.
Yeah, Dante's a straight savage, man.
Yeah. Oh, dear Howard, dear Howard, dear Howard, dear Howard. Anyway, yeah, it's real interesting. And here's another rumor, and I'm just gonna keep pulling up these images. One of the other things that they were supposed to be doing, which is supposed to be tied in, and I kind of figured, Riley, that freaking I wasn't exactly sure. It kind of looks like, Grogu just picked the armor. He didn't pick the lightsaber. He said, I don't want to learn about the Force. R2 drops him off. That's it. That's the end of the story. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to play this right now, guys. And for you guys to kind of bring a little bit of perspective in here and check this out. Chills. It's chilling. It's chilling to see 501st Clone Troopers in the freaking chapter 6 of the book of Boba Fett. So I don't know, guys. I just don't feel like there was a reason, because they did so much CGI work with Luke that they could have filmed another scene for like 60 seconds or 30 seconds where he's like, I choose this and that's it. I think there's a reason they didn't show it and he just popped up on the X-Wing. They didn't show those 501st because they're like, that story's over. He's with Mando now forever. There's going to be no more discussion about his past. I mean, do any of you guys, I think they're going to investigate this further.
Absolutely. They
100%.
that didn't just happen out of nowhere. That's there for a reason. And the thing is, they, like you said, they could have made this a 30, 60 second scene, hire actual actors to do all this stuff and give you an actual scene. But again, I feel like they're just teasing you with all this to keep you hanging because there's a lot more coming in the future.
Yeah, no. And Riley, your thoughts?
I totally agree with what he said. I mean, they wouldn't just throw a curveball and do that for no reason. And we're talking about Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. These guys, they know what they're doing to appeal to the fans. So then it wouldn't just throw this around for nothing. And it's definitely going to connect to something in the future, and maybe even in the Kenobi show, because that's based during the prequels or the prequel era. So we're definitely going to get more flashbacks of Order 66. And who knows, we could see Grogu in the flesh in Kenobi. I mean, he's showing up everywhere nowadays. So we could see him in the Kenobi show. So it's definitely going to make sense for something in the future.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Riley. I don't know what you guys think, but I called it for a while that they were going to have Grogu featured in the Mandalorian. They have to do it to show people that he's back, to make sure that they tune into the Mandalorian season 3, and with it being up 36%, and I could just tell from my family's reactions, and some of them nowhere near as deep of, they're more casual Star Wars fans. They appreciate my craziness with it, except my middle and my oldest daughter, who are also freaky fans.
I have a question for you guys.
I'm sorry?
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys, does it ever cross your mind, anybody could answer, that maybe in the future they're going to turn, obviously Yoda was, the best, right? So what if Grogu becomes a bad guy at the end? Has anybody thought about that?
It could be a great redemption story. Because he's already tried to force choke Gina Carano. If you remember back in the Mandalorian season 1, and she was like Admiral Oslo, and he was like, "Oh, well, Vader, the ship is moving out of light speed." You have touched Mando for the last time, Gina, or whatever her name is, Cara Dune. I don't know. Yeah, I can see that.
That's a good, actually good theory. I mean, we can definitely see like some hatred forming in Grogu because, I mean, all Jedi have it. That they've shown it through like even the best of the best that anger will form like no matter what. And like maybe something happens to Mandalorian, maybe something happens to Din, and that like tempts him to go towards the dark side. You never know. It's possible.
EZ Company collectibles. What do you think about that? I mean, that would almost be like the arc, like I guess the kid was like a nice young kid, and Anakin in the Phantom Menace, and they're like, oh, okay, he's a nice boy. Would they go the same route?
That's exactly why I thought about that because of that. Exactly.
But now now that you bring up the uses Force choke.
Aries, just please kick him off, please. He's slowing down.
Easy, that buttermilk is getting to you, baby.
Easy.
But I'm still
every time.
It's like he's got a still.
I don't know.
He's like perfect, but once he starts talking, then it starts to.
Do like with Han Solo and just smack the keyboard and see if your bucket of bolts will launch you off, baby.
It works for the faces he makes, but not the voice.
Exactly.
Easy. Why don't you log off and log back on? I know you still got 10 minutes, baby, and see if that helps.
Easy 3.
Come on,
all
Easy.
Right, let me try to get it out.
Yeah. Log out and then log on, or figure it out, and then he
no way,
back in, baby.
You know what? What's wrong with this computer? He downloads a lot of illegal stuff, so he gets viruses.
Come on. It's just the buttermilk. 100 in here.
It's
Did you hit the like button, baby? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really good point. I'm with the whole Grogu thing. I could see him coming full circle and doing that. I do think though that he's so beloved though, guys. Like you see, like the ratings went through the roof. So in turning him that way, look at that. Oh, let me blow that up, baby. Where is it here?
Come on, it's Mickey Mouse. They can't.
Where is it? Where is it? Full screen layout. Why isn't that working? Oh, I did the wrong one. Here you go.
Come on. It's Mickey Mouse. It's Mickey Mouse, baby. Come on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, look at that. Easy. Are you better?
Am I better?
Wow, you're awesome. You're like, come on.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's like brand new now. Yeah.
It is okay. Cool.
What'd you do? You bought a new computer real quick?
Sold
he
some
just
of that
poured some more
buttermilk.
Oh, there he goes again.
He's done it again.
Oh,
but I love the still pictures. He looks so like dapper.
We were doing so good.
Easy. How are you, my man?
I'm still cutting like I'm cutting.
You're still cutting off. You're still cutting off, brother. You're still cutting in and out.
All right. I think it's time for me off anyway. I can't keep this. I can't keep on. Every time I go, it's just like, okay, no. 3PO.
Well, try and give us your thoughts. We're gonna. It's kind of like you're like on via satellite, and we're getting you from like maybe Planet Mustafar or from Octu. So like tell us in your broken up reception that we're trying to get in. What do you think about Grogu going bad in the future?
The Geonosians have been working with the CIA. It seems to be they have a famed bounty hunter. Like I said, Force choke, Grogu, Sith, Force choke. I don't know. I mean, you're linking up here. I'm hoping I'm linking up, but I feel you're onto something. Are we going to lose Grogu to the dark side? And are we going to see Luke and Mando work together and try and save this poor soul from the dark side? Maybe he gets kidnapped and maybe he starts to believe.
That's what I thought about, because that would be an amazing twist. Nobody would expect that at all.
And imagine Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Mando, Cobb Vanth, and then Cad Bane coming in the twist to mess things up.
Wow. Yeah, because he's not dead, because he died on the sands of Tatooine.
It's always that.
You know that deputy's dead because he got shot like 80 times when he was on the porch of the
that was
Cantina.
brutal.
He wasn't on Sands, so he's dead. He's not coming back.
No
So
sense.
people are like, "Oh, Cad Bane." Like, yeah,
But-
no, that would be. And you bring up an interesting point, Easy. What about if he actually is kidnapped, and maybe it's not even Moff Gideon this time? I mean, that could be a great way to enter Grand Admiral Thrawn. And Moff Gideon's like, I promise I'll get him back. And Grand Admiral Thrawn would be like, or Force chokes him, or whatever he's going to do. I guess he doesn't have the Force, but using his mind, be like, step aside, Moff Gideon. I will go ahead and show you how it's done to get Grogu. And then frickin' Thrawn kidnaps him, and then there's like, he starts like influencing him with the dark side. And then maybe if Mando goes to try and rescue him, can you imagine a situation where there's friction and Grogu like starts using the Force to keep him away? But, that would be like, everyone would be like, oh my God, what's going on? That'd be like crazy.
Can you imagine if I just called the entire show?
And I say it's very possible. It's very possible. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely don't know. Riley, what do you think about that? I mean, they've done that before. They're going very old school with this television series. It's very, very family friendly. You don't get any kind of like angst watching it. People, if they watch it with their kids or with young ones or this and that. It's very. I like it. It's kind of like watching Walker Texas Ranger or the old Battlestar Galactica or one of those shows. It kind of gives me that type of feeling. But in all those type of shows, there's always a situation where the good guy, or the protagonist, if you will, they go through this stage where it's like I could turn evil a little bit, or I can be a little bad. Do you see this with Grogu at some point, and then they bring it around?
I can definitely see this happening. It's definitely a possibility, but we also have to remember that this is Disney, and this Grogu is basically Mickey Mouse. So maybe they don't want to go that route and just make him a good guy, but it definitely would be something that nobody expects, like Fabio said. But I think it can just go any way, like Michigan Jedi said. Like maybe he can walk away from both and just become like Ahsoka did. Maybe he can do that. I mean, it's really hard because it would be really like iconic to see like Grogu fall to the dark side, because it's giving you Anakin flashbacks just like what happened in the movie. And I think it's definitely very probable that he can fall to it. And maybe, like you said, Thrawn, he can go into the mix and just brainwash Grogu, and then they can become the two antagonists. Like, you never know. It would be crazy.
Grogu's going to become a farmer.
Yeah.
We were this close.
He's gonna be like Clark Kent.
I just want to live in my Smallville.
I love Smallville, dude. I love Smallville.
Exactly.
Now they're in the freaking Arrowverse or whatever. We'll have to see what happens there. Don't get me going with that. Anyway, Luke. Look what's on the screen, Easy. Luke and Mando. Luke.
Did you do that on purpose? Luke, what's on the screen?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
Dude, you have to wonder. You have to wonder. Do they actually, call me this?
They call him the Wizard.
You have to wonder.
One of the rumors, Easy, is that Luke is in here a lot. And it also, for some reason, sets up the Ahsoka series, which kind of makes us dive a little bit into deep. Because I'm thinking Ahsoka, Ezra, I'm thinking Grand Admiral Thrawn, I'm thinking, okay, and now you're tossing in Luke. They did set up where Luke said in chapter 6 to Ahsoka, hey, will I see you again? And she's like, maybe. So they're kind of setting it up a little bit where he's going to be mixed in with her and supposedly having a big part here in a Mandalorian season 3. I personally think because in part of that video I played earlier, because of Grogu's memories with Order 66, which Anakin was involved in, which Ahsoka's going to have some information on and some perhaps some things that she needs, investigated as well. The whole thing with the Darksaber. Were you happy with the way that they portrayed him in the Book of Boba Fett? Because I'll tell you, brother, my whole family was watching it. They had the same reaction. They thought it was an actor. They swore it wasn't Mark Hamill because it looked too good. It looked good, dude.
Yeah, you look at this one right here, and this looks so off. Now seeing that what we got.
Look at
and
the eyes.
I think they captured Luke Skywalker so well without it being Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so weird.
It's weird.
Because they got his formality right. The way he's formal talking when you see him in Return of the Jedi, he's very formal. He talks with this very straight Jedi tone. The way he handles himself, how noble he acts, because obviously we're in his Master Jedi side of things. The way he moves, the way he teaches, the way he jumped, the way he carries Grogu, the way he flips his hair in the wind, and the way he looks at me and stuff like that. It just starts like you just absolutely say this is freaking Luke Skywalker. I absolutely loved the way Disney portrayed him, and if this is what we're gonna get with Ahsoka and her season of whatever, bring it. I want this guy working with Mando. I want this guy working with Boba Fett. I don't care how, but I want this guy working with Ahsoka. I want this guy. I want him everywhere. The same way they're bringing Mando everywhere. Good character. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm right with you. And with 101 in here, I just want to say, I don't really feel anymore, Fabio, Sebastian Stan. The way that they did that, I mean, if they could afford to do it, if they've developed the technology, which obviously they did, and they can have it to be affordable, man, I mean, we were just like, holy crap. It looked, and it actually was Mark Hamill's voice, but they de-aged it because obviously he has a little bit more of a rasp. He's older. Man, if they could keep doing that, dude, I'm all for it because I didn't even freaking notice it. The only thing I noticed was how did they do that?
And the thing is, it's only getting better. Like Easy said, compared to what we got on the show, this is like crap now. And it's only, what, a few months, a year apart? You know what I mean? Like how is that possible to get such improvement so quickly? So it's only going to get better.
Yeah, no, and absolutely. And P Rockzilla, my man, is in the house. What's up, panel easy? I want to lick the side of your head and say hello. Fellow collectors. He wants some of that wizard juice or perhaps that buttermilk.
That's seeping out of the side of my head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he thinks he's sweating buttermilk, so he wants to lick it off.
Yeah. Riley, let's get your perspective on that. I was blown away. I literally, the first time when I looked at this, it was in the morning when I woke up. I wanted to see what the heck happened in chapter 6. And I was like, holy crap, I'm spilling my coffee. I'm drinking coffee. I'm spilling more coffee, drinking more coffee, spilling more coffee. Oh my goodness gracious. And then I'm like, I got to fast forward to the end credit scene because who the heck is playing Luke Skywalker? Because this is a far cry from the Mandalorian season 2 finale, baby.
Yes, dude. I have the exact same reaction. You and me both. We needed that wetsuit, man. I was spilling my coffee left and right, baby. It was insane, absolutely insane. When I saw this for the first time, I was losing my mind. It genuinely looks like they used time travel to like get the DH Mark Hamill. Like it was crazy. It didn't look like.
Yes.
I was talking to my friends. Every angle was literally like perfection. Like they killed it. And whoever that guy they hired on YouTube, like he needs a pay raise because he killed it. He absolutely killed it on the deep fake version. And like you said, I don't even think with the buzz this is getting, like they should just stick with they've got the technology and just stay with it because that day when that happened, like it was a big day in Star Wars and it's going to be a big day in the history of Star Wars because everyone was talking about that for like weeks once we saw that Luke Skywalker. And he's definitely going to show up in all these other shows with Ahsoka, like you have said. They're basically following like the Marvel route. It's just going to be like an Avengers level moment when they're going to combine all of these stories in one, and it's going to be epic. Yeah, there you go.
Well, listen, with 103 in here, you are watching the Aries Terrington Show live here on a Wednesday night. And it's been great. Just the first hour, we were able to have last minute. Thanks so much for being on. Easy Company Collectibles. And Easy, I'm going to let you go because I know you got to go ahead and purchase more buttermilk to keep the hair looking the way it is, to keep the everything there. So just want to say thank you for being on. But tell us what's going on Easy Company Collectibles. What's up?
Thank you, Aries. Thank you so much for having me on today. Still is entering. Thank you all for joining in on the stream. Give back to this guy because the channel is absolutely fantastic. And me, you guys know I usually, and my reviews got Spider-Man coming up. So subscribe to all my buddies here and lick the side of their foreheads as well.
We caught that, baby.
Yes. But we'll be seeing you later. Thank
Easy.
you for having me on.
Right. Good having you on. Make sure you subscribe to Easy Company Collectibles. Stay thirsty.
Thanks for coming.
Easy. What a way to
Remember,
go.
Easy was joining us via satellite. So, all the way from what planet was that? Was he on?
His satellite from 1962.
It was like one of those flashbacks from like Lost or something like that. Or remember that series with J.J. Abrams? Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of felt lost with the sequels there towards the end. Anyway, we won't get into that. Gotta love JJ. I do love JJ. Yeah, it's crazy. I want to go ahead and putting this back up on the screen, dudes. Like this was from a Hot Toys perspective. I want to talk about this. Bring in Hot Toys. People have asked me. I'm going to go with Fabio. You on this, especially with your 800 million thousand figures that you have. Look, you have an awesome collection. I know I joke about Fabio Land, Fabio World. I mean it in all sincerity. It is an amazing collection. And look, but I don't think that they're going to change this head sculpt at all. People have asked me, I've gotten plenty of messages. Will they change this for the fourth quarter release? They can't, because if they do, it won't look like the season finale of The Mandalorian Season 2, which was one of the biggest moments in Star Wars history. You're going to get a different Luke. You're going to get a different Luke. It's just going to happen. And especially because he's in The Mandalorian Season 3. And if the rumors are halfway accurate, he's going to be in Season 3 a lot, which means he's also going to be in the Ahsoka series. He's going to be involved in the whole Grand Admiral Thrawn thing. They're going to be retconning stuff. But I don't see how they could change it. I think they have to keep it like this. But what are your thoughts?
So what I've noticed, and obviously if you guys, pay attention as well, every time Hot Toys announces something, we never get the same head sculpt from the announcement, ever. They always tweak it, whether it's for the better or for the worse, it's always tweaked. What we saw with this was not bad at all. It was actually really good, matching what we saw on the show.
Yes.
So it's definitely not that. We're not getting that at all. It's like I said, it's never the same exact one. They're going to tweak it. And I feel like their goal is always to make it better, even when it comes out worse. You know what I mean? I feel like their goal is always to improve and give us something better. And that's the thing. They try to make it better, but it doesn't always work, for the best. So if they were able to keep it as close as what they showed us in the announcement, it would be great. But I don't think they're gonna tweak it to make it, more realistic, because what we saw was this. You know what I mean? So I think if they went to try to make him, too much like Mark Hamill, I think it'll be a fail, and I think a lot of people will start complaining as well.
Yeah, I know I wouldn't be jiving with that at all. And welcome everybody in here watching the Aries Terrington Show on a Wednesday evening. Loco Lou in the house. And Loco Lou, the wizard, just took over his likeness there over the weekend. Loco Lou, how are you feeling, brother? What you gonna do if the Hot Toys wizard Loco Lou takes over you again? What you gonna do? Hope he is feeling good. Good to have Loco Lou in the house. So many of you in the house. P Rock already mentioned in the house in here. 808. Big Dog Pound. Never heard of this guy here. Do you guys ever hear of Manaha Collectibles? I think yeah.
Who's that?
Who's
Who's
that?
that guy?
Yeah, I don't
think it's
know.
a
Oh,
man.
you know, he looks familiar. I think he sent me a letter from the IRS.
Yeah, Riley, let's get your opinion on that. I agree with Fabio. I think they could improve on it maybe, but it was really spot on. And if you to set up that finale, you're just going to get, if Luke's going to be in he's already in Book of Boba Fett. He's already he has a different outfit on there. Luke's going to be in freaking Mandalorian 3, and there's a lot of rumors that he actually putting this up on the screen that he goes on a mission with Mandalorian. Which is going to be fantastic, what that happens if they team up, and that Grogu is supposed to be with Ahsoka for a little bit while they go ahead and investigate something. And as I mentioned in the beginning, that maybe, Luke discovers that he has some Force sensitivity, which would not surprise me as well. But I mean, I think there's going to be plenty of opportunities for more Luke Skywalkers that are obviously way better, but I don't think that they can change his finale scene. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough because I'm conflicted because it is what it was on when we watched it, like you have said, but it would be really awesome to see it updated to the newer one. But like you said, it wouldn't really make sense in the grand scheme of things because Hot Toys are just based off what it was when we saw it. It's not about getting it in a later time where Book of Boba was. But would I want that? Yes, I would want the deep fake better version from Book of Boba Fett, but like you guys have said, I don't think they can really do that. And it's not that big of a deal if you think about it, because people who have that Luke Skywalker are probably going to have the hood on. So you're probably not even going to see the face that much in general. So that's a really good point for people who are like, oh, I don't want to get the Mando one because it's going to be a lot worse. Because it's still going to be iconic. I mean, we were spilling our coffee then in season 2 of Mandalorian. We can't forget about that. And it's definitely special. And that Luke is going to be good. But the Book of Boba one, I think they're definitely going to do a Luke for Book of Boba. They're going to announce another Luke. It's going to be him and his, because he had a different outfit. He had like the little Jedi robes. It looked more like, it kind of like pajamas, like kind of like that. It was more of his like, chill one when he's training Grogu. And that one's going to be epic. It's definitely coming. He's going to have the backpack with Grogu in it. They're going to do it. And I can't wait. It's going to be sick.
Go ahead, Fab.
Different head sculpt too. I was gonna say.
Right. Yeah, different head sculpt. The updated one.
From the Mandalorian.
And you can probably swap it with the Mandalorian one that we're gonna get. So it's a win-win.
It was kind of funny because when I was watching this with my family, the general they're all like spilling their coffee, I guess, in their own way. They're all excited. They're loving this Book of Boba Fett. It was up 36% in the ratings. And the one thing that my wife said to me, and she's like, wow, it's kind of like, it was just like watching The Mandalorian the last 3 episodes. And she meant that as a compliment to her because she loves the Mandalorian. So you have to wonder, if that's the general consensus and you guys are seeing the ratings, how many figures did we get The Mandalorian season 1? How many figures did we get The Mandalorian season 2? I'm not convinced, guys, that we're just going to get 2 or 3 figures from this Book of Boba Fett. I mean, if they're treating it like The Mandalorian, I mean, we can be getting, like you said, Riley, we maybe could be getting another Luke. I think we're certainly going to get another Boba Fett, probably that mimics that quarter scale one, maybe a different base, maybe something I'm not thinking. You're going to get Chris Anton. You're going to get
R2D2. You can get R2D2 as well.
I mean, do you guys see? I mean, I personally think we're going to get at least a half dozen from here, and mainly because it turned into The Mandalorian. Let's be honest, the last 3 shows.
Yeah. I totally agree. There's like, you can name so many characters that were featured in the Book of Boba Fett. It's funny because you can do the heavy Mando. We can get another one of him.
Oh, with that shield, you could see that because now his figure within a secondary market, guys, it is breached a $400 tier range. It's selling every single day in the 400s. It's not selling a penny under 400. So I could see them doing that.
Yeah, I think that there'll be at least 5 announcements from Book of Boba Fett. I think for sure 5.
But look at also, if you really pay attention to how many figures we got from the Mandalorian, right? It was mostly troopers. You know what I mean?
A ton of troopers. Yeah,
there weren't a lot of troopers in the Book of Boba Fett. There were more characters, So again, if Hot Toys decides to make a few, they're gonna have to make us head sculpts for those. You know, they can't really cover them up like an armorer or a stormtrooper. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why we're not getting that many announcements yet, because I think whatever head sculpts are coming are taking time. But we're definitely going to get more head sculpted figures than we are troopers, because we didn't get as many on the show or any, you know.
Yeah. And we can see the Tusken Raiders too. I didn't think of that.
Right.
That was in Book of Boba Fett. We can get the robed ones. We can get like 2 of those.
And those aren't head sculpted; they're helmets, so it works.
Right.
You know, and they could give us 3 different ones from the show. You know,
Exactly.
so that'll work.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of, like, we were talking about non-head sculpted figures? Is it too soon? Because the armor, you know, it hasn't sold out yet, but it is going to be sold out, I believe, very, very quickly, and I believe by the end of March. But is it too soon to come out with another heavy infantry Mandalorian? Is it too with a shield? Is it too soon to come out with another armor with a dark saber here or something else? Maybe I didn't pick up. What do you think?
It's hard one, because I think the armor is a little trickier, because she doesn't look like, there really wasn't something that differentiates her from the original figure for the Toy Fair one.
Mm-mm.
So I don't think there's a way where they can integrate her in it. Maybe with the Beskar spear, because she did hold on to that, but I don't think they can do that. But the heavy infantry, since it's been so high on the market, and in Hong Kong as well, it's selling like crazy. I can honestly just see them announce another heavy Mando with that shield. I can totally see it. I think it's just easy money for them.
100% agree with that. They at this point where the heavy Mando is, you know, they have to kill that market, and it's perfect time right now for them to drop
Right.
it. You know, and there's nothing to it. Well, they're adding is accessories. They're not changing anything. They don't have to change anything from the figure. They could give you the same exact figure that they already have and just add. You know, all they're doing is redesigning the box where it came in so they could fit the shield and whatever else they're adding to it. But again, and it won't be a reissue. It'll be a 2.0, because it's not the same exact thing and the same exact accessories.
Right.
Perfect timing for a heavy Mando right now.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, then, Fabio, you would see it. You would think it is a perfect timing for a heavy infantry Mandalorian. And if you're correct, and if it's possible that we actually get another heavy infantry Mandalorian, because that other one is going so high in the secondary market, how does that affect that figure in the secondary market? Is it different than some other ones where another 2.0 wouldn't affect it, or will that one retain its value, or would it just come way down?
I think it's going to come down. I think the original one might take a little bit of a hit, but we have to remember that heavy infantry Mando, I think, had a very low stock. I don't think they had a lot, because it waitlisted before it even came into stock. So that could be a big factor to keep its demand. I don't think it's going to like totally go down to like retail, obviously. I think it'll still, because it is the first heavy infantry Mando. So for people, that's really important to them. It's still the first release. So I think that one still is going to retain, but this new one will definitely affect it just a little bit. Maybe drop it a little bit.
And I think Hot Toys made that move specifically to see how well it would sell. You know what I mean? It's a big figure. It's a big piece. A lot of people don't like these big figures. So they're like, you know what? Let's just give it a low run to see how it does.
Right.
Again, if that's the case, perfect timing for a 2.0, because they saw the trial run. They saw how well it did. And they're like, if we do it again, we're going to make that money again. So it's a no-brainer for them right now.
Right.
What about this one, which has a head sculpt, but it's not any particular actor as far as coming out quick?
Oh, that's a tough one. I want this one to come out quick, but I'm curious if they did know Cad Bane was going to be in the show before we saw it, because I mean, Hot Toys are known for knowing stuff before us. So if they did know that Cad Bane was in the show before, like maybe like 2 months or a month, they probably would get prepared for it and start building the head sculpt. But this is a hard one, because this is definitely like such an intricate figure. They can't just like get it out like that and announce it. It takes a lot of mechanical use, obviously, with the tubes, with the hat. with the eyes, the way the head shape's going to be without the hat. There's a lot of different factors. So I don't think that we get this so soon, but I could see it come in like March or April, somewhere around then.
You know, that's pretty soon because I think with
Yeah.
the Chinese New Year there, I mean, that would be, I agree with that actually, March, April with this. Fabio, I think that this is one, they actually named a freaking episode after this guy, basically, From the
Yeah.
Desert, A Stranger Comes, or whatever the heck it was called. I think that this is 100% coming.
He's 100% coming. I don't think quickly though, because they have so much more stuff like, you know, ahead of this. So
Right.
is it coming? 1,000%. It has to come. There's no way that they're not making this. But you know, we make it an announcement, and it'll probably be at some point next year, you know, to be released. But yeah, no, this is not coming soon because again, this is not a regular head sculpt. You know, this is going to take a lot longer, not a lot longer, but longer than a regular head sculpt.
Right.
In my opinion, you know, the coloring, they got to get the tone right. They got to get so. It's going to be a little bit, but I hope we get the announcement soon enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm going to put this up from Single Sword Rider. He says the Arbor 2.0 will have double joints, a shiny helmet, and faded, weathered Wookiee fur.
I did notice the helmet was a lot shinier on the new episode than it was in the beginning on the Mandalorian. So that's a good point, but I don't think that's enough for a 2.0.
Right. I agree with that. I think the head that is a really good point with the head, but I think that they're gonna save that one because 1,000% she's in Mando season 3, which is coming in December.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's coming this year. So I think that they're gonna wait until that point to drop the armor because who knows, that armor from the first ones may even sell out, jump up in value, and then Hot Toys get the green light. They're gonna drop another one.
You have to wonder though, with only 3 pre-orders right now in 2023, and even if they're going to have some of these figures that are coming out this year delayed, which they probably will. Even if you want to put 5 of those in there, that'll kind of you know, leak into next year. That's only freaking 8. I mean, it's kind of like, what are they going to put in there? Now, obviously, they got all these other shows coming out, but I don't know, dude. I feel like with the armor, with what he's saying here, if they did do this, it'd be hard for me not to pick this one up because of the double joints. If Single Sword Rider's right, if they did it like that, it doesn't have those awful Phillips head screws on the bottom of the feet.
I know that always.
I don't like
you.
it.
That always bugged you.
It just bugs me. I would probably buy this, but I wouldn't be so into that old one anymore. Do you think it still won't matter with the OG one? Is it because it's an exclusive, Fabio, that it won't matter? That one's just going to be highly sought after no matter what?
My thing with, you know, and I've said this before about, you know, the hobby, specifically, you know, Hot Toys. For some reason, people, when they buy, you know, for example, the Armorer came out, boom, let's buy it. A 2.0 or a reissue's coming. For some reason, you know, in every other type of hobby, you know, whether it's you know, cars, anything, the original is always the most valuable one. The original is the first one. The original is the original. The original is, you know, the most wanted of anything, whether it's a car, like I said, whether it's a car, whether it's, you know, it's always the first one. But for some reason in this hobby, it's like once the second one comes out, nobody cares about the first one at all. It's like it doesn't exist anymore. It's like, now let's just move on to the next one. Right. And I never understood. That's why I never get rid of, oh, there's a second one coming, let me get rid of the first. Never, because I know as a collector that the first one should always be the most valuable, the most important. It was the first. You know, anything, and going back to, again, a car. When you look for a car, you know, you look for example, a Corvette, just an example. An older Corvette, 66, you know, 67, whatever year is the good year, you know, it's usually the 1 year that they started that car. Why does everybody want that first year right now? The car's old. Nobody's making anything for it. They what's the word? They
doesn't have all the gadgets.
Yeah. So what is it about the very first one that you want? People are still looking for DeLoreans right now. For what? Why do you need that car so bad, knowing what happened to it? Because it's valuable. It's the first of something.
Nostalgic, yeah. It's the OG.
Right. So
you're exactly right.
So that's what I never understood. Why, as soon as there's a 2.0, boom, the first one doesn't matter. It loses value. Nobody looks for it anymore. And I understand that that's Hot Toys' way of killing the resale market, but it shouldn't at all. Anything that they reissue or come out with a 2.0 should never affect the value of the original anything. But it always seemed to affect it in this hobby specifically, and I never understood why.
No, it's a really, really good point. And with 100 in here and the Aries Terrington Show live on a Wednesday evening, is it possible that you hit the like button yet? And I say, please do, baby. Come on, smash that like button. Hit that like button. Press that like button. Make sure you wash your hands and have the buttermilk on there so you don't touch the keyboard. Unless you want it smooth and you want to glide like Barry Manilow on the freaking piano, baby, and then go right ahead.
Wash those greasy fingers.
Yeah.
And did you subscribe? Please subscribe to Six Scale Cantina. And I love this question, Riley and Fabio. About Future says Aries, May 4th. And you have to wonder, has the Dark Jedi been thinking about 2022 May 4th? And all I'm going to say is, as I put this on the screen for a May 4th announcement, is it possible?
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
The Senate will decide your fate.
I am the Senate.
Not yet.
Yes. Come on.
Ooh.
Come on. That's got me goosebumps.
I will tell you, I will tell. Here's my thought on this. We'll see if Hot Toys learned. They know they completely dropped the ball in 2021. Now, if you all remember, I think it was Echo was the big reveal, but it was dwarfed by a reissue of Grievous, which turned out to be a complete disaster.
Catastrophe.
It turned out to be a complete catastrophe. And then when they quickly came out with that Luke Skywalker a month, they saw what they did. They saw the Ahsoka from before. Is it possible, guys, that on May 4th of this year, we get something like a Mace Windu or a Padme or a Bespin Luke that we've been waiting for? I think it's going to be real important for Hot Toys to have at least one of them on May 4th be some type of legacy character, even if it was a legacy character such as this one that I'll put up on the screen, which is long overdue. On this subject, guys, what do you think?
It's I think you're 100% right. They have to do something that's going to blow up the internet, and this is definitely one of them. C-3PO, to this day, no one knows why it hasn't been made yet. I mean, you look at the other ones, that specific one that has die-cast pieces, it's like 900 or something, or 800. It's like a stupid price. It doesn't make sense for Hot Toys to just not do that, because they're missing out on so much money to be made from the C-3PO Hot Toy. And I think May 4th will be an awesome time to see an R2-D2 and C-3PO, because those two characters from the OT are so important. And so like you said, the Mickey Mouse, like R2 and C-3PO are like Mickey Mouse for Grogu right now. They have such a legacy that I think if they showed those two characters, like when you see this character, you automatically think, oh, this is Star Wars, this is C-3PO. You don't think it's something else. Like, I think this would be so specific and perfect for a May 4th release, 100%.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, Fabio and Riley talks about this, and we're just kind of going with the flow here, Aries Terrington Show. Really nothing planned. I'm just flashing up some different things I have bookmarked. You would never think a droid would break the internet. Like Ahsoka, like Rex, like Luke. But I'm telling you, if Hot Toys finally whoops on us a C-3PO, especially on May 4th, it may be the best release that they could give us to Art of Star Wars on May 4th. But with the ones that I flashed up on the screen or mentioned, you saw I put up Mace, I mentioned Padme. I mentioned Bespin Luke. We could be getting a Bespin Han, maybe another version of Leia, C-3PO. I feel like they got to give us one on May 4th.
Well, this is what I have to say about C-3PO. So just getting him alone would break the internet. Now, can you imagine if they make him die-cast?
Oh, my God.
Ridiculous.
I would pay $500 for a die-cast, no problem.
There you go.
Yeah, I if they made
Come
a
on.
die-cast, I would pay $500 for it for sure from Hot Toys. It would be a no-brainer. And I know that that's $5 more than the Boba Fett 2-pack, but if you give me a die-cast on it, I would pay that much. And I don't even think it would be that much.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. But it would. I mean, it would be pricey. It would definitely be, $300 and up.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be like
yeah.
I think it'd be like 400, like 375 to 400.
Right. So
Right.
it's definitely going to be up there, but it'll sell so quickly because so many people are waiting for this.
Yeah, May 4th. I want to stay on. The Ladies Man 77 in the house says, have either of you three seen Ready Player One movie? Look, baby, I was one of the original people back in the early 80s to discover the magic dot in the game adventure. Are you kidding me? I got the little letter in the mail. Am I revealing my age? Oh my goodness, baby. I got the letter in the mail that said, "Dear Aries, listen, you're one of the first whatever people in the world that found the magic dot in adventure using the bridge. Come on, baby." Woo!
There you go. Come on.
May 4th. Yeah, it would break the internet. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you'd have any other droid that would do that at this point. And I think it's more because, Riley, because they've dangled this carrot in front of us. They have. This isn't like some other figures that we're waiting for. They not only showed one of these, they've shown two of them. One really, really worn, one with the red arm. But like Fabio said, could you imagine diecast? I would certainly pay $500 for it because it's going to cost me $800-900 to get the freaking Tamashii Nations one.
Exactly.
And if they come out with, like you mentioned, the red arm, that could be an accessory as well, so you could have them displayed both ways.
Well, they could give me that other little guy. What is that? Who is that guy? Babu Frick.
Babu Frick. That would be cool too. I can definitely see that. But yeah, that's actually a good point. Maybe they make that will be a deluxe item for the red arm. I can definitely see that. That would be cool. But I think they got to do it. It's got to come. I mean, there's got to be some sort of reason, some licensing something. But I think at the end of the day, I think May 4th, they're going to do something big like this. Or we are having Kenobi on May 25th. You said, I believe it's May 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So to get people excited for it, it would be really awesome if they did a Clone Wars Obi-Wan. The one that they showed as a prototype, and that would get people really ramped up for the Kenobi show.
You're talking about this right here, baby.
There you go. There you go, baby. Come on.
Yeah. People are getting a little concerned, Fabio, that we're not going to get this. But let me ease everybody's concerns. And of course, feel free to disagree with me. The Clone Wars figures are selling so well. I don't think that there's a chance they don't make this.
Yep, it's coming. 100%. 100%.
Just because they're giving us the Luke with the staff, the Anakin with the staff, they have to give us this. We're getting Ahsoka, so this is 100% coming. 100% because it'll look amazing with the Anakin.
Yeah, I mean, they even teased that photo.
And that figure, there's nothing to the figure. If you really look at the outfit, there's not much to it. You know what I mean? They don't have to put pieces together and develop and design. No, everything is very basic. What are you going to get? A lightsaber and some hands. What else can you get? A base. This is an easy figure to make. So it's 100% coming.
Jason Kugler says, Riley, May 4th, 2-pack R2-D2 and C-3PO. Now that would not only break the internet, it's going to break a lot of people's wallets as well, especially if they make a diecast. But listen, a diecast R2?
Come on.
I would pay. Well, okay. So if that set was $799.90, or let's come up with a price. What, $650?
Aries is like, it's like, I would pay. Hold on, let me take my rent out. No, a double pack of those two die-cast, easy, $575.
Oh, that's
a good price.
That's a really good price. I don't even think Hot Toys does that, because I think that like everyone's gonna jump on that. I think they go to $650, $649. I think that's a good one for them, because I think people are gonna pay. They're gonna pay that much for a 2-pack for R2 because they're just so iconic.
Well, what's that Blurg and the OG Mandalorian going for? Is it 600?
Yeah,
I think it's 600 something. So
exactly.
I definitely would pay that for
totally. And this is die-cast. I mean, an Iron Man figure is what, $450 alone? I mean, you're getting 2 separate figures and they're both die-cast. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of money.
But remember, for example, so which one's going to have more die-cast? Obviously, C-3PO is going to have more die-cast. R2 is not going to have, if they put die-cast in it, it's not going to be as much as C-3PO. So you're not getting, you're not going to get a full R2 of die-cast like you are C-3PO. So you're not going to get the same amount of die-cast on both figures. So that's why you're not going to get, it's not going to be so expensive, because R2 physically cannot have that much die-cast as C-3PO would. So they charge you $700 for, a little bit of die-cast in C-3PO, I mean, in R2.
That's a good point. Yeah. I definitely, that's a really good point, because that's true. But another thing that would make me, I would take this over R2 and C-3PO. I think I'd rather have C-3PO with the removable parts and you get Chewbacca. That I'd take that no-brainer any day. Chewy C-3PO 2-pack. Come on. That would sell like crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like if they don't, if they gave us this Obi-Wan or a 2-pack C-3PO R2 or a C-3PO, I think that works for May 4th. But I think like Echo, if they just give us figures like this, and I'm going to pull this up, which we're going to get this, I believe, it's not enough. And I'm talking about not the Boba Fett. I'm talking about Chrysanthemum. That's something that they should release prior to then. That's something that we're all going to be excited about. But if the big reveal is going to be Sideshow coming out with another Grievous or another figure that's going to blow, or their own freaking, can you imagine if Sideshow decided to, which they probably wouldn't unless that one sells out. But, if they put out their own die-cast C-3PO and then we just put out this, it's not going to go well. So I feel like this is coming, but we need one of these legacy characters for May 4th. One of them.
Sideshow can barely make a regular body stand up, so they're definitely at all. Absolutely,
definitely can't make a robot.
Yeah, no, they're not going that way.
I agree with that too. There's no like Chrysanthemum. I was gonna say Chrysanthemum. I think Chrysanthemum comes. Honestly, I think it comes March. I think he's getting announced in March, 100%.
Look at what's happening with the Grievous that they made. It's garbage. They're not.
No one bought it.
Getting involved. Yeah, they're not getting involved with diecast, and if they do, God bless, because they're not selling anything.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, Grievous was so horrible last year. How crazy would it be if Hot Toys did a die-cast Grievous for May 4th?
Oh, that would be crazy. Now you're talking about coming full circle.
And don't forget that there's a chance that Hot Toys can make that as well.
Dude, they need to. I think they need to. Like Grievous, to me, he's one of my favorite characters. I think he's such an underrated character for the prequel line, and it would be insane if they did a die-cast Grievous. I think the internet would explode. 100%.
I think that Hot Toys hasn't destroyed Sideshow yet, because I feel like they're waiting for them to kind of sell out on that or sell some pieces at least. Because tell you this right now, Hot Toys releases a Grievous right now, the Sideshow ones are dead. They're not going
staying in stock forever.
Right. No so that's I think what's happened. I think Sideshow must have talked to Hot Toys and said, "Listen, do me a favor, don't kill us yet. Because wait until we make some sales and then you could release it if Hot Toys is planning on doing that. But if they do, Sideshow is dead."
Dude, come on. Look at this. People would lose their mind over a Grievous. It would be awesome. The Force Sabers with Hot Toys, I can't even imagine. It would be so good.
Yep.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's very strategic. I feel like when you guys bring this up, I'm pulling Grievous back up again because you know, I felt like if they would have came out with it possibly like earlier, I was starting to think about it. Okay, it would kind of be like, not the right time. Let that Sideshow like reap the repercussions of everything to this. But I feel like a year later, on the anniversary when this was released, could you imagine Sideshow Hot Toys saying, let's reveal this? Because it kind of went off our radar now, guys. We kind of haven't been talking about Grievous. We kind of got like the big reveal, the big thing from Sideshow. It didn't work out well. People were disappointed. And Hot Toys is like, well, looks like a lot of people were looking forward to that figure. How many people would buy our figure? Can you imagine this? This would break the internet for Hot Toys.
1,000%, 1,000%. With the technology involved if they made it die cast, oh my God. People are going to be throwing away their Sideshow Grievouses after that gets announced, 100%. Because just having this seeing a Hot Toys logo with Grievous on it, I would pay like, for a die-cast Grievous, I'd probably pay like $500 shipped, honestly.
For a die? Now, you guys talking completely die-cast, or are you talking about like parts like IG-11?
No, you're never going to get
Right. The pieces that are in like his elbows and everything else, and everything like that. If that's die-cast, yeah, I'd pay probably pay $400, $450, something like that.
Well, listen, everybody, have you hit the like button yet here at 6 Scale Cantina? Come on. 6 Scale Cantina, the Aries Terrington Show here on a Wednesday evening. We're all spilling some coffee. I wasn't even planning on it. Talking about May 4th possibilities, where Hot Toys is going to go. And with this conversation, we're kind of doing this right now.
You're right about that.
Man, with any of these, and I'm telling you right now, what's his name on table 5 with Popsic needs a refill. But I think that Michigan Jedi 88 says Grogu is also sitting at table 88. So here you go. You know, he kind of hops around now using the Force. So he can kind of hop from table 88 to table 5 really, really quick, baby. Come on.
There you go.
You know what else would break the internet, guys? And I bring this up a lot. And you know what's funny about this? I use this as a test because I've put this up on so many shows last year. And every time I do it, the chat goes crazy. The chat goes insane. The amount of people that want this particular figure. And I'm actually hoping that I have it queued on here. And maybe I know I do. Bear with me for a second to be able to put it on. Where is it? I mean, everyone usually goes nuts whenever I put this on the screen, and it makes me wonder what the heck would happen if we got something that we're not expecting.
Come on.
If we got something that we just really thought deep down is never going to happen. But I'm telling you right now, if we got something like this, or the start, remember, they started Back to the Future. We didn't get the redone DeLorean right away, but we eventually did come. But whether they did this or started this, there would be no release. I no offense, I know you guys could think I'm crazy. I want the 3PO. I want the Padme. I want the Mace. I want this. I just want this.
Yeah. Dude, this isn't a Mando blurg, that's for sure. Everyone's going to be jumping on this. This would be amazing, I think. And Hot Toys has shown their hand that they want to make creatures. They want creatures from the Star Wars universe. So this would just be perfect for OT lovers and just legacy Star Wars fans. I think anyone's going to pick this up because it's just so unique. And seeing this in a collection room, oh my God. You're gonna spill your coffee, baby. Oh my God, it's gonna look so good. I think they're gonna do it. I don't know when. I wish they do it. I'm not sold that they will do it. I hope they do though.
Yeah, well, Jason Kugler wants Tatooine tea on table 10 coming right up. Go Fab.
No, I was gonna say if they find an excuse to make this, they will. Sideshow made it years ago. I ended up not buying them because they were way too big. The Tauntauns they're humongous. Plus, there were a statue, so I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't need them. I got the figures though. I got both figures, but I never bought the. But Hot Toys is making the blurgs now. There's absolutely a chance they can make this, so why not?
6 scale. You better be careful. She's not watching. 6 scale. My mother says, "I want this more than my wife's love." Just kidding. Look, I wanted a whole lot too. I wanted even more than Easy's buttermilk. Which chased him out of here earlier. Something like that, guys, for May 4th is what I feel that Hot Toys needs to do this year. I talked about it a lot last year. It was pretty evident. And Echo's outstanding. And backed up, paired with any other OT release, you put Padme out, C-3PO, you put out, even if you would have put out that Mandalorian Season 2 Luke at that point, that Echo gets so much more buzz because you guys know what happens. When you feed in a little fan service, you start getting, it's kind of like this. I brought this up before, and let me know if you guys agree or disagree on this or have a different point on it. You know how like when your favorite sports team is winning, you're watching you're following your football team, they're really good, and then you're like, I think I'm going to watch the other football games today. And you can kind of relax knowing your team won. But like if your team loses or they lose really bad, you're kind of like, nah, I'm not watching that crap the rest of the night. I got to recover. And I feel like it's the same with May 4th. I feel like you'll want like, oh yeah, that Echo is so cool. Or, hey, that frog lady's awesome. Like, could you imagine them putting up a frog lady and a freaking Tauntaun? Because everyone would be talking about the Tauntaun, and then everyone would be like, oh yeah, the frog lady's cool. I'm going to get that too.
Yeah.
Am I onto something there with that?
If they came out with the frog lady, that thing would be super hot to buy because I can only imagine the type of material that they're going to use for her body, for her skin. Such a good figure if they decide to go that way. And again, a lot of people would buy it because it's a good looking figure, something different. Same thing with Jar Jar Binks. If they decide to make him, forget it.
Totally agree.
Oh wow, now that's a great point there. I mean, that would be totally out of left field for May 4th, but I think that would hit it out of the park. It's not C-3PO. It's not Clone Wars Ben Kenobi, but it's coming, Riley. But if they gave us Jar Jar on May 4th and did that, I'd spill my coffee, baby.
That would be hilarious. How funny would it be on a May 4th release?
How many freaking channels would be talking about that? It would be the most epic thing. I mean, it would be so unexpected.
I think people would still buy it. I mean, I would be tempted with it, to be honest with you. I mean, he's still an intricate part in Star Wars, but for May 4th, I think that would be really funny if they did that. But I mean, you have to wonder, maybe a Darth Jar Jar could be in the works. You never know.
Well, hey, listen, it could. All right, I'm gonna put this up because I've talked about it on the screen, and let me go ahead and share it. Since we're on releases from The Mandalorian or now the Book of Boba Fett, Fabio, how many more times with how good Mandalorian stuff sells, minus the blurg, I get it. Do we have to keep seeing Paley, Amy Sedaris' character, not only in The Mandalorian, but now in the Book of Boba Fett? She's obviously going to be in the freaking, she's kind of joined the gang with that last battle. She's going to be in Mandalorian 3. If they do the next Book of Boba Fett, she's in there as well. I mean, is this an inevitable, or they're just, they're never going to make it?
It's funny you bring that up. Let me show you something. I'll be right back. You continue, though.
Well, listen, I really, really do feel this way about this, Riley. That they gave us Quill, and I felt like with Quill that Mando kind of went to him on the planet to kind of be like, hey, I need advice, or I need help, or I need this. Now Quill passed on. We got that figure. And now he's going to this character now, over and over in the same way.
Right.
So I kind of put 2 and 2 together that eventually, because of what he did with Quill, and she basically took over Nick Nolte's part for all intents and purposes. And now basically on 2 seasons. I don't know, baby. I kind of feel like eventually this is coming, and it wouldn't shock me. Is it possible? If this was, officially announced tomorrow, it wouldn't shock me.
Aries,
wonder.
You want to zoom me in?
Okay. I thought I chased you out.
So I feel like if they're gonna make her, she's gonna be like this.
What the? An absolute mess.
I don't know. See, same hair, same size. So I don't know if
now, who is that, by the way?
This is from the last
Logan,
movie,
right?
Yeah, from the last movie, Logan. What is she? X 13 or something? X 12 or something.
I couldn't tell if that was that or if that was Steven Tyler from this distance, but okay, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
So I feel that the reason I brought it up because the actress is this short. You know what I mean? Like she's tiny.
Yeah.
You know, so that she would look just like this, same size, same height, same everything, same hair.
So like Quill. So Quill's a short figure.
I was gonna say it's basically like a Quill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Fabio, I was talking to Riley while you were getting that basically she's taken over kind of the part that Quill had for Mandalorian. And now that he's kind of passed on, he's kind of going to her for his needs off planet. Can you watch Grogu? Can you fix me up with this? Can you fix me up with a ship? First, he fixed him up with a blurg, so on and so forth. You're seeing it in the book of Boba Fett. That's why I'm wondering. I don't feel like it's so much. I feel like a lot of people are and I'm kind of on it too. But I feel like they may pull the trigger on this eventually.
I think so. I think, again, like you said, she's going to be on the Mandalorian. She had a big part in the book of Boba. She helped out. She was around, Grogu. She knows about Grogu. So she's 100% coming again. And, again, if Hot Toys decides, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon for her. If she, is more involved in the future, then absolutely. Look at that figure. That would sell out in a second.
Dude, do it. Come on.
I agree with you. I would love this, and it would make me feel like we're getting the aliens. I feel like I know this isn't Cad Bane, but they start doing this. I mean, they're going to make Cad Bane anyway. And it's an alien, but it's obviously a more badass figure. This is the Frog Lady. But dude, I could see this. They already have the egg container with a supposed Grogu that's coming out. Is it possible, Fabio, that they would actually have they ever before Hot Toys had a prototype out and then actually come out with a different way that it was? Because they're actually teasing Grogu with this egg container. Could they actually say, okay, here's Grogu with the egg container and here's a Frog Lady to go with it?
No way. Grogu, even though Grogu's more iconic than Frog Lady, they're not going to give you him as the main character as a sale. You know what I mean? So they'll give you Frog Lady with a Grogu on the side, absolutely, but they're not going to give you a Grogu with a Frog Lady, never.
Yes, and that's what I mean. Could they actually? I think they're teasing. Aren't they teasing a Grogu that's on the coming soon? But it comes with like some type of.
Dude,
what the heck is?
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I totally forgot about this one. Actually, funnily enough, it's the one when he's sitting on the temple when he's meditating.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull him up right now so we can take a look while you guys are talking.
I totally forgot about that, and it has the egg container, so it's honestly, they could do the Frog Lady and Grogu with the egg thing. I can totally see it.
And don't be surprised that Hot Toys like throws hints like that out there, and like nobody picks them up until like after the fact. So if they give you accessories like that, just be on the lookout for what's next.
Actually, yeah. I mean, totally forgetting about that. I think we can see the Frog Lady.
Oh,
is this the one here?
I didn't even see it.
You can see the egg container. I totally forgot about this set.
Oh, look at that.
Come on.
Yeah, sick.
Come on.
I didn't see this at all.
I totally forgot about this. I saw it, and I feel like everyone's forgot about this because I can definitely see them do this. And I did see a photo where it's funny, the actor for the Frog Lady, she actually took pictures with Hot Toys, and it's on Hot Toys' Twitter, on their Facebook. I thought that was weird to me. Yeah, the actor for her, she took pictures with Hot Toys. So maybe she could have asked them, hey, can you make a frog lady? That'd be pretty cool. So
yeah, because right now, guys, this is actually coming out or supposed to be coming out by itself. So Riley and Fabio, you both feel that maybe it's possible that like, hey, you know what? Let's alter this a little bit. Because they look like they have a little bit of everything in there. You got the little dome on the mountain, but then you got the frog, the frog case there, which was from a few episodes earlier.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna sell. It would sell like 5 times more if they had the frog lady. 100%. I don't think this is gonna sell as good without it. And I think that's actually perfect. I can totally see that happening. I mean, that frog lady just speaks so much Star Wars, just something so random and alien like in Star Wars. I think people would buy it 100%.
Well, I think the Thor has asked me this question because I haven't said this phrase yet during the show, and he's tried to pull it out from me. And he says, Aries, is the frog lady related to the frog on the Zoo Review children's show? The Thor 2941. You have to wonder. Did you hit the like button yet? Hit the like button here, baby. On 6 scale Cantina.
It's right there.
Come
there you
on.
go. That's the frog lady right there.
Wait a minute. Let me pull this up. Let me pull you on solo layout, my friend.
There you go.
Oh,
that's the frog lady with the quill and the blurg. This was taken like a week ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Fabio, that tells me that she's coming. I'm just being honest.
She cleans up nice.
Yeah, there you go.
But that tells me that it's coming. That's crazy.
Those little things, like those little hints here and there, like you don't think anything of it unless like right now that we're like talking about this stuff. You see her pointing at this thing, it's like, oh, cool. But you don't know if that's a hint from Hot Toys saying she's coming too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, I would venture to guess that it is a hint. For sure. I really, really do. Man, there's so many. Look, what about something like this for May 4th, though? We didn't talk about this. We're on May 4th a little bit. We think they got to have a big legacy character. We talked about Mace. We talked about a Bespin Luke. We talked about Bespin Luke last year for May 4th. We talked about C-3PO or C-3PO R2 pack. I mean,
come on.
I don't know, dude.
Come on.
What if they did this? Because let me ask you a question, Fabio. Do they have to wait till a day or two or a week before May 25th, or is it more appropriate to say, look, everyone knows he's in the series. Everybody knows this is coming. Could they reveal the head sculpt before then? Is it too soon? Could they just be giving us a dark side?
Never. Again, because look what happened with Doc Ock.
Yes.
They destroyed Hot Toys over a head sculpt that's not even, the final product. So Hot Toys will not be releasing or teasing or anything regarding head sculpts because they're going to avoid the drama within the community. So if the community, reacted differently to stuff like that, then absolutely they would be excited to show us what's coming. But because people are too quick to judge the head sculpts without, even having it in hand, they judge pictures of it. They're not going to be exposing themselves like that with a product that, they're not even done with yet. So absolutely not.
What about a dark side Anakin or a different Anakin to celebrate? Riley, you were bringing up about the first year about the Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. What about something for Anakin coming out on May 4th? Do you see that, Fabio or Riley? That's not specifically the head sculpt like you just said.
That's a hard one. I don't know. Fabio, you can go on that
one. Again, they're not going to even though we know that he's going to be on the show, we don't know the capacity he's going to be there on. You know what I mean? So it could be, he could be a full Darth. He could be, we don't know where it's going. We don't know how they're going to show him. So they're not going to ruin that for anybody by giving us any type of tease or any spoiler, by showing us whether it's, a
good point.
or a head or anything. So absolutely not. It'll happen after the show comes out.
Right. And one thing to say, I do agree with that. Yeah, I think that's true because I think they're gonna wait on Anakin. But one thing I did notice is that when the Boba show ended, we got a quarter scale Boba Fett. Now, how crazy would it be if at the end of Obi-Wan we get a quarter scale Anakin, Darth Vader with the cracked head sculpt?
That's 100% doable.
Come on.
They've done
It'd
that
be sick.
with Joker.
And look how good that sold the original Darth Vader. And everyone talks about, I need that Darth Vader. I need that quarter scale Darth Vader. Come on.
They could give us 2 head sculpts and do that. Yep.
But I feel like if they do that, and maybe I'm wrong, that they got to give us a quarter scale Obi-Wan then because it's Obi-Wan's show. Or do they?
Not necessarily. No, not necessarily, because a Darth Vader will always sell way better than an Anakin, than an Obi-Wan.
That's a good point. Darth Vader's Darth Vader, baby.
Even though Obi-Wan is great and he's a classic character and he's a big time character from Star Wars, it'll never be as appealing. It'll be very basic, to make you that figure. Why make you a quarter scale of a basic figure with a regular outfit? And you know what I mean? If you notice, the figures they require a lot of stuff. They made Spider-Man. They give you a ton of accessories. They made Iron Man. They give you a ton, so they're not going to give you an Obi-Wan just to hold the lightsaber and that's it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
a Darth Vader always, which is, again, if you pay attention, we have a quarter scale Darth Vader and they didn't make anything else after that. How come? Because they know that nothing else will sell like a Darth Vader. So yeah,
it's gonna be like a Mando, Boba Fett, Darth Vader. It's got to be on that caliber.
It's correct. It would be insane. And if they do a deluxe version with like a Mustafar base, oh come on, dude, it would blow up the internet.
They'll give you another Darth Vader before they give you an Obi-Wan. 100%.
Yeah, because exactly with the Boba Fett one, look how good that deluxe one was. If they did a quarter scale lava Darth Vader, it's gonna sell like crazy.
Or even a dark side Anakin with the same base that he came with, but a quarter scale. Can you imagine? And you get in a dark.
Here's your
You're gonna make me spill my coffee. Oh man,
God. Dude.
Oh my god.
Because I'm getting that quarter scale Boba Fett, man, guys. There's just no way I can't. Because I've never that head sculpt is just way too epic. Which means I've got to get the quarter scale Darth Vader, which I'm going to get. I don't feel like I need the ESB Boba Fett. I really don't. I really get Hot Toys for the head sculpts. Of course, I get every Boba Fett that you're going to have for 6 scale, but I don't need to dive into that for quarter, especially if I'm going to get the other Boba Fett. But listen here, baby. May 4th, would this be appropriate or what? We've been waiting and 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 waiting. Is it possible? And I say, what do you guys say?
100.
You already know what I think. I'd love for this May 4th. I think they're going to officially, I know they're going to announce this year. This would be a May 4th. This would be, this has May 4th written all over it.
This has May 4th written on it 150%. And I don't think they would do this and make it a coming soon and just not do it. It doesn't make any sense. I think it's 100% going to come. May 4th would be a perfect time, but this can't just stay in the graveyard. There's just no way. It's Luke freaking Skywalker. Come on.
And not only the fact that it's Luke, but it's specifically this Bespin Luke, which everybody who missed out on the DX Bespin has been dying to get this. So this is going to be a quick sale for the ones who don't have the DX, and even myself, I have the DX, and I'll get this one because it's going to be completely different head sculpt and probably different accessories as well. So
it needs an upgrade. I mean, obviously that figure is still amazing, but it's a very old figure. So it would just be a perfect 2.0, literally.
Yeah, and they're having no problems with Luke Skywalker selling in the secondary market.
As
they're bringing up over here.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the topic of the quarter scale, how come they haven't given us a quarter scale Luke? It would sell. It would sell, but they haven't because it's a very basic figure. and they feel like, what are they gonna give us with it? So I feel like that's why they're not doing that. But for figures that require armor and stuff like that, I feel like that's what they go with.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that they're looking at these Lukes, Fabio and Riley, within the secondary market right now.
Yes.
They see that Bespin. They've been seeing that Bespin TX07 for quite some time. I would love this as a May 4th release. I hope that they understand that week, that's like a sacred holiday for a lot of Star Wars fans, and that they really consider doing that this time, and then they can mix in, because they had a lot of reveals last year. If you remember, they had a lot of announcements for that week. It just wasn't the big shebang we were looking for. We were all spilling our coffee, baby, and having off-world Jawa egg juice. Yes, I have it in the house tonight. It is here, baby. I haven't moved. It's coming in. I just feel like that they missed the boat on it. I hope this year that they don't. But I mean, I would love that Bespin Luke. And here's another one I want to bring up. I don't think this is May 4th, but I think that this is sometime this year. And I love bringing this up onto the screen. Let's actually pull this up as we get ready. Look, this is the last call, because we're right here at the 2-hour mark. I'm going to let these guys go. So if you want coffee and you're sitting at table 5 or table 88 with Grogu, here's his refill, and here's yours, baby. And we're spilling our coffee right now, talking about May 4th possibilities. And if you're sitting at this table 66, you're outside your darn mind.
Good, Anakin, good. Good.
Check this freaking thing out from Gentle Giant. Well, this looks actually freaking insane. But these companies couldn't wait to get away, guys, from the sequels. They couldn't wait. They don't want to do anything. They want to make clones. They want to make Mandalorian figures. Yet you got these companies that are jumping all over something like this. They're jumping all over this. And Hasbro, they couldn't wait to be done with these. Look, baby. They got a head sculpt that Rey and Dio right now in the secondary market is utterly insane. How high it's going. And even the Rey, the Last Jedi, is not losing steam. I shared that on my Monday show on the on Live and Raw. But listen, man, not for May 4th, but for this year as a COD exclusive, how quick of a buck is this? You already got all the R&D done. You see her mouth closed here like in the scene. You don't hardly got to do anything to the head sculpt, just a little bit of a paint. Get black robes. Put the freaking red lightsaber on. And Fabio, let me ask you this question. And I brought this up. I freaking brought this up on Monday night. If they made the same amount of Darkseid Rey, the same exact amount of Darkseid Rey as they made Rey and Dio, does this sell out faster than the Rey and Dio? Yes or no?
Faster.
Same amount.
Possibly, because of the fact that it's Rey, number one. If they keep the head sculpt as good or better than that, obviously we're going to get a different one. And I feel like if they go this route, it's going to be, with her grinning, showing her teeth and excuse me, it wouldn't be a plain one. It would be her making a face, the evil teeth, looking angry. And if they do that, absolutely, because everybody's going to want that.
Yeah, and Gentle Giant just did it. Riley, I brought this up a lot, but this is one of the figures. I think like some of the other companies like I brought out, they've all jumped on this. And they're all jumping away from this. I'm telling you right now, I think this Sith female, they've already got the R&D mostly done on this. I actually could see them doing this, and I really think that this. I mean, if it looks right, man, it would. A lot of people wanted this and not the Rey with the Dio. Honestly,
it would sell more. It would sell more, 100%. This look of Rey was such. As much as people want to hate the sequels, that scene was awesome when Rey was turned to the
Yeah, that
dark
was
side.
good. That was
People
good.
were just like, that was awesome. And her having that double blade, come on. It would sell. This is 100%. I see it as a Toy Fair exclusive. I think it's perfect. It's got all the quantities because you don't want to make too much and have it sitting in stock, but people will buy it 100%. So it as a Toy Fair, it's gonna happen. I hope it's gonna happen because I think it would be a great move for Hot Toys, and it would be so easy to make, like you said, 100%.
Well, 6-scale bandolier with the 6.99 bomb says, before it's over, smash that like button. Come on, baby. Smash it, smash it, smash it. This is the last. I'm all out of coffee, guys. I'm all out.
Come
so
on.
I have to give a little bit left to this guy here. Oh my goodness gracious. So listen. Let's talk about what's going on your channels. Riley, it's been awesome having you on here. What a great show we had. We had Easy Company Collectibles to start off with the first hour. Last hour here, the three of us carrying on the torch as he's picking up more buttermilk.
There you go.
Loving you in here, baby. Tell us a little bit about your channel. Come on.
Oh my God, I had so much fun on here. Thank you so much, Aries, for inviting me. I watch your shows all the time, and the fact that I'm here, it's just so amazing. I'm spilling my coffee even when I'm here. Come on. And some stuff I have on my channel. I've got the reviews going on. I actually reviewed a NeoPixel lightsaber, this one right here. So I reviewed it on my channel if you guys want to check that out. And I have my full collection tour back here. I've got it in my YouTube video. That was my first video posted, and it's a lot of fun joining this community and joining on this panel right here with these great people. Everybody, smash the like button. You already know. I don't know if you're not subscribed to 6-Scale Cantina. I don't know what you're doing because he's just got the best stuff out here. Come on, man. This is awesome. Let's go.
Oh, thank you so much, Riley, and I appreciate that. And listen, if you're watching this show, please make sure you subscribe to Riley's Reviews. I've got the link to this man within the video description below. Absolutely awesome channel. And look, before we get to Fabio, did you hit 500 subscribers yet?
I did. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you everybody.
So listen.
From here, thank you so much.
Let's get Fabio to 1,000. So everybody in here,
Yes.
do me a favor. Let's get him there. We were talking about this the other night because we're going to march forward. Go to Fabio's link. Go to both of these guys' links while you're at it. It really is in the video description below. So while you're hitting the like button on here, just scroll down on your mouse or your little trackpad, or maybe you're watching on your phone, and just go to the links. FabsFigures, Riley's Reviews. Hit the subscribe. FabsFigures. Fab, you need to be at 1,000. You've hit that 500 pinnacle. Let's get Riley to the 500 pinnacle. When you get there, Fabio, now that you're at the 500, let's get you to 1K. Because listen, I was at a friend's house, and is it possible that we were all spilling our coffee as I was showing them for over an hour just all your collection, because they just got into Hot Toys. They picked up a Black Widow figure. I put it up on Instagram. They were mesmerized by your collection. Look, everybody, you got to subscribe to FabsFigures here. The link's at 6scalecantina.com as well. So is Riley's Reviews. Fabio, tell us what's going on your fabulous channel.
All right, thank you, Aries, so much for having me as usual. Love being here. Yeah, so I just opened up a few figures. What I do on my channel, for those who don't know, I've been collecting for a very long time. I don't make videos like that, of reviews of the figures. But what I do is I take pictures of them, and then I make TikTok. So I'm on TikTok, FabsFigures. I'm on Instagram, and I'm on YouTube as well, obviously. So I just take pictures. I have a collection tour, 3 parts. It was too long to do one. So check it out. If you guys are looking at figures, I love looking at figures. I love looking at everybody's collection, whether it's big or small. Not everybody collects the same thing you do. Everybody has different stuff. Everybody displays them differently, which is what makes, looking at people's collections cool. So if you're into looking at collections, check me out.
No, that's awesome. Make sure you subscribe to FabsFigures in there. That's incredible. Also, Riley's Reviews. I'm also going ahead and flash this on the screen since it's my turn over here. So listen, every week, just about every week, and we usually do it on Sunday, and if not, we do it on a different day. You get a live show from The Dark Jedi. You get a live show as a Cantina insider. And if you're interested in what you get as a Cantina insider, you get some live shows just for insider stuff. We have a lot of fun on there. When you become a Cantina insider, you get some expanded thoughts, heightened analysis on a lot of my secondary market stuff. We just have a coffee spilling great time. You get shows, from the Hot Toys Wizard. Just go to 6scalecantina.com. There's a teal bar right when you get to the homepage, right on the right-hand side. You can see it right there. And you have like Insiders Live. You usually get a banner like that when I'm going to go live. What goes inside the chart tells you a little bit about the work I do for the market value chart. The Wizard hosts the show. You have to wonder, is that TK Phobo or TK Bomi? Who knows? The NWO, brother, with Grogu. Yeah, he has joined the NWO. And I actually did a show there with Felicity Jones. She stopped by. Look at that right there, baby. These are crazy unboxings. And holy smokes, come on. And all you got to do is check that out there at 6scalecantina.com.
Was NWO holding Grogu just now?
Yeah, well, Grogu was just kind of elevated, just hanging out with them. He's hanging out with X.
He's hopping around. He's hopping around.
Baby.
Awesome. Right.
And listen, so what's going on at 6 Scale Cantina? Is it possible you're going to see me later tonight? Make sure you all join, because I'll be on my man Lael's 6 Scale Man. Say what tonight? I think it starts at 9:15. And is it possible you will see the Dark Jedi there? And I say yes. So don't forget to see me there on Lael's channel later tonight. 6 Scale Man. I will be on Say What tonight. And you have to wonder. You could catch me on Dante's Dear Howard on 8:30. Dear Howard.
Dear Howie Chan. Dear Howie.
Probably with Easy Company Collectibles and Fabio, and who knows, maybe the Hot Toys Wizard this coming Friday. And I say yes. And also, you could check me out on my regular shows. Aries Terrington Show every Wednesday here at 6 p.m. Eastern. Every Saturday, the Big Shebang, the Big Enchilada, the Market Show Live. And we'll be live again this coming Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, every Monday at 8 p.m. or 8:15. It's Monday Night Raw, brother. So you don't want to miss that. This is a lot of fun, guys. This was
I had so much fun. This was anything Star Wars, I'm here, man. This was so much fun, dude. Let's go.
Anything easy is always a blast.
Anything butterbeer. Come on.
Well, listen. I'm going to end it like I usually do. I don't always buy butterbeer out. But when I do, I buy from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.